Hello, and welcome back to another episode on Farming Simulator 25. Well, we just finished loading up the rest of our bread, and here we are gonna go ahead and make, I think, the biggest bread sale we've ever made so far. Let's go ahead and unstrap everything and drive before it falls. We made $431,000 from selling all that bread. That is insanity. I knew it was a lot just because how long it took to load everything, but I did not expect almost $500,000 in bread. Wow. We'll have to go this way for now. I think there's only a couple times where I failed to keep the bakery completely loaded so they could keep making bread. I just either ran out of flour or wasn't able to deliver it in time. But that's pretty phenomenal. If we can expect about $450-ish thousand every year just for making bread, that's going to be amazing. Oh, let's cut across here. One day this will be my field anyway. Alright, I'll do a quick jump cut and I'll see you when we get back to the farm. Welcome back. Here we are at the farm. I went ahead and parked the flatbed right over here by the flour. I definitely want to load these up and drop them off at the bakery. And that needs to be done, I think, today. And we have how much flour in storage? 47 pallets. 50 including the rice flour. Okay, that's going to have to be off screen. That's just going to take too long to load up that many pallets. I would love to distribute to the bakery, but our canning factory is going to pull in the flour into there. Actually, you know what? I don't think that really matters. We have enough flour at the moment. We have enough grain to make more flour. So let's distribute anyway, because when I do get chickens, we'll throw eggs into our little canning factory there, or our preserved food factory, and then it won't really matter. Alright, so we are gonna distribute our flour. There you go. No. I don't know why I was distributing our bread. That's not going anywhere. Oh, we need to turn this off. Alright, there we go. Distributing our flour. And our rice flour, I can just move that individually. There's only 4, maybe 5 pallets. Or 3. It's not bad. That way I don't have to load all those pallets on here because I'm going to need the truck so that I can load up all the lettuce pallets. I would like to do that either later on in the episode or possibly off screen, so that way we can sell off all the lettuce in the next episode, which will be January. January is going to be a really, really, really busy month, as it always is. But we started off our winter selling with a massive bump of 430,000. We're not even done yet. We have one more thing we need to sell this month. Then we need to do a couple other things as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and hook up to our auto stacker. Now, unfortunately, this is not the most efficient way of picking these up, but I don't really have a better alternative at the moment. I will after we're done selling this winter. Alright, we have 242 straw bales to sell today. Fantastic. That is going to take quite a while, I'm assuming. Let's check the store real quick. I want to see if there's anything on sale. Nothing that we need or could use. So what I think I will do, now that we actually have some money, I'm going to put out a request to find a used tractor. So a continuous search, which is going to cost me just a little bit over $3,000, is they're going to continue searching for an entire year, game time, to try to find this tractor for me, and I have a 98% chance of that working. Alright, so I paid for that. Now I just gotta keep checking back and Hopefully we can find a used one. And for the rest of this, obviously I'm going to do this on a time lapse, because moving this many bales, it's just going to take quite a while. So I'll see you guys when we're done, or I'm tired running straw bales. Welcome back. I think we're about halfway through all of our straw, maybe just a little bit less than half. It's been it's been a lot of loads. I think, if my math is correct, that I should have to do just a little bit over 10 trips to get rid of all of our straw. That's pretty significant. I mean, I knew it took a long time to bale up all the straw and then move it to the shed, but it's funny how when it comes time to just moving only straw, I realize there's so much of it. I want to say I've been shuffling straw from our shed to the sell point at the animal dealership for maybe like 50 minutes to an hour. We're going to take a quick break from that, mostly because there's other things we have to do today. First thing I want to do is, when we get back to the farm, I want to go ahead and look about purchasing a dairy and placing that dairy down, probably pretty close to where the goats are. And then I also want to get a little chicken coop and get some chickens for that as well. That was kind of the big thing that I wanted to do this winter, as well as kind of upgrading some of our equipment. Alright, let's open up the construction menu. That usually takes a while the first time. What I usually do, like when I loaded into the game, it was after a update to the game. I usually just pop on the flying, and then I fly around the map, so that way as I play the game, there's really no stuttering or loading screens. I probably should do the same thing with the construction map as well. Just kind of open it up once, so that way it gets rid of that stuttering in the beginning. Alright, we're going to go to the factories, and let's get down to a dairy. Now, there is a dairy in the city, but you can't purchase it, and the only thing you can do is sell milk to it, the raw milk. If I want to process that milk into cheese or something like that, then I have to purchase and place down my own dairy. Alright, so we have two options when it comes to the dairy. They both do the exact same thing at the exact same speed, they just have a different footprint. This will also give us a phenomenal option to deal with bales as well in the future. In today's episode, moving all the bales, I'm going to continue doing it the same way, even though it's the longer, more tedious way than just grabbing this telehandler and loading everything. But I want to do that purely to see how many trips it takes me to get down there and to move everything. Okay, since we're here, we'll bring these with us. Thing's pretty maneuverable. Lets you do some quick turns, which is nice. And since it's got the 3-point hitch on the back, I can also run some trailers with it as well. So in a pinch, it's basically another probably small to medium sized tractor, which isn't anything amazing anymore. Early on, this thing would have been phenomenal to own, but nowadays we're gravitating more and more towards our bigger tractors with a lot more horsepower. Feels nice, drives smooth. We'll be using this to kind of just do most of the quick things around the farm, especially dealing with the bales, moving the goat's milk, probably staging some pallets, though the forklift I have is actually pretty useful. It's just a little slow. Like, this thing moves at 27 miles an hour. Our forklift is 6. That is a dramatic difference. Alright, for right now, I think I'm going to put this pallet right here. I wonder if I can squeeze a small head there and just kind of use it only for holding some pallets. Alright, let's get that dairy going. You know, this will actually be a little bit tighter than I thought. With the forklift, it won't matter. Oh, that did not help. Well, I guess I could always move the chicken pen or coop somewhere else if it's really an issue. But I think I can work around it. We'll see. Maybe after everything's said and done, we can always get a dedicated forklift specifically for this yard. Look into that and turn on the dairy. So we're only going to be doing goat's milk, and it only holds 29,000 liters. And from what I understand, if like the sawmill, the way the sawmill works is if it has 3 options of productions and you turn all 3 of them on, they produce at the same speed. The only difference is it burns through the wood faster. But the dairy is different because if you start producing 2 items, the production speed kind of slows down between them. It doesn't just burn through the milk quicker. I wish it did, but unfortunately not. So our options right now are either we can take the goat milk and bottle it and sell that, or the goat's cheese, and that's it. I think we'll do goat cheese. We shall become cheese makers. All right, let's activate that and bring over some more milk. Alright, so I'll do a quick time lapse just because I'm gonna have to go down to the store. We need to buy another little trailer, throw some barley into it, bring the barley to the silo, purchase some chickens, and have them cranking out some eggs. So I will see you when we are done. Welcome back. Here we are. If you noticed, I had to adjust the level of the flooring around the chicken coop. One of the things I noticed in Farming Simulator 22, and it's been true with all these are really finicky. So if the point where you have to drop off food, the trigger for that, if it's too low or too high, you won't really be able to do it. The first time that happened, it freaked me out, and I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? It doesn't work. And then I realized I had to either lower or raise, the floor for that, kind of just make it smooth and even. All right, let's buy some chickens. We are not going to mess around. We're going straight for the full-grown chickens. 250 of them. It's only 13,000. Yeah, that's good. They can fill in the rest as they hatch and grow. We're going to leave this trailer here. This will be purely used for our feeding of the chickens. That's pretty great. That's nice. We'll move this here for now. I'm probably going to use our Merlot for quite a bit of stuff around the farm, purely because it's new. I want to use it. I'm like, oh, cool. Let's see what this does. I think I need to fill the greenhouses. Pretty sure last episode I noticed that. Let's check it out. Yeah, they're below 50%. So we'll fill them really quick, so it's one less thing to worry about. Turn off the engine. I am getting better about remembering that, which is good. So we purchased a dairy, went ahead and moved the goat's milk to it, purchased some chickens, filled it with grain, bought a new trailer so that we can move the grain. Most likely I will have to get a forklift and just kind of keep it packed around here so that way I can move the pallets a little bit easier. The telehandler is great, it's just a little bit too big, it's not quite as mobile. Alright, enough procrastinating. Here we are back to loading straw bales. I'm going to go ahead and knock this out in another time lapse. This will most likely be the final time lapse of the episode. I am way over my normal recording time, but since I'm going to be doing jump cuts during these time lapses, hopefully it shouldn't be too long. But it will most likely make a really short video, which is fine. I'll see you guys when we're done. Welcome back. This is the last load of straw bales. I'm curious to know how many trips we did and how many bales in total we delivered. So I'll probably put that on the thumbnail and I'll number the trips during the time lapses. I'm curious how much money we made too, because it averaged anywhere from around 30,000 to 35,000 per load. And we're back up to 362,000, so it was pretty significant. I think we're going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a great day.